Hello, welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or anyone who will feel like watching this reading. This is for the remainder of January 2020, and this will be the last reading for this month. Next month we'll resume our regular weekly scheduling. I have been traveling and very busy lately with some personal things that I feel like there's no point to rushing this reading through. I want to give you guys my best. So here we go, Scorpio. We are using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and I'll do a sheltered cross for you guys this time. Get a little bit more information out. Let's see. Messages for Scorpio, spirit messages for Scorpio. You have a flipper. We have the moon. There's a new moon in Aquarius coming up in a couple of days. For some of you, Scorpio, you may be receiving some messages that's gonna bring you some clarity about certain situation that has been feeling that felt evasive, perhaps for some of you, right? That it seems like there was a veil. You could never get the full picture. Some things during the full moon here, some of you, it's either you yourself is gonna provide that clarity to somebody else or someone else, or a situation, some insights you're gonna get in. Oh yeah, wow. Okay, this is the Four of Swords that just flew out for you here, Scorpio, and that's telling me here, once you receive that information or that understanding, it may be pushing some of you towards you need to take a break, you need to take a rest. And I'm getting I'm channeling for some of you that this may have to do with your health. For some of you, Scorpio, watching this, okay, this may have to be in regards to your health and your daily life, how you use your time, okay. There might have been something, an underlying issue that you've been ignoring, and you're gonna get some information about it that's gonna require of you to really take a moment, a break. And here comes the sun. Oh, that's beautiful. We have the sun and the moon, and I feel like once you rest, you take that break, you get that your mental stability back. Like you really go into almost like get energized again. Your healing will come back again because the blessings will start falling again. Okay, let's see here. Especially for those of you, this is like you're just stressed, like you know, overthinking things. You just, you know, in your feelings about something. Perhaps rest is needed here. Okay. Wow, a lot of flippers for you, Scorpio. Libra had a lot of card jumping out too. We have Ace of Sword with the Strength card. This is that information we're talking about, okay? This is the clarity I'm talking about with this Ace of Swords. And especially if you've been ignoring it, look how far down these clouds are, almost touching the water. Okay, almost touching the water. And because it's almost touching the water, for some of you, Scorpio, it may be information that comes to your own subconscious, to your own intuition, and that's going to require you to have strength in facing that information, that clarity. Once you receive it, okay, you won't be able to ignore it. It's gonna come forcefully right there. It's like, oh, you don't want to look up to see it, I'm waving it at you, Scorpio. I'm gonna bring it at eye level so you can no longer ignore that reality, that information that you need to know for yourself. And spirit is gonna, they're not just gonna throw it at you, they're gonna give you some strength here. Here we have Six of Cups, the card of children, of childhood, of innocence, you know, reconciliation with someone from your past as well. Okay, all right, you and Libra are having like a mini read to the channel here. Here we go. His situation. We had the moon. Now we have Neptune. Piscean energy. Delving deep. This is the card representing Neptune in the tarot. Major Arcana number 12. The Hangman. The Hangman is about sometimes waiting, needing to be patient, looking for a fresh view changing perspective, literally willing to go upside down, in reverse, flipping backwards to see things from a different perspective, a different way. It's also the card of sacrifice, the card of the initiate that have to go through certain steps to prove themselves worthy, that they have done, learned the lessons, that they're going to be committed to the course, that they are willing to do certain things to prove themselves. Okay, a lot of times when I look at the hangman, I see almost like the Christ consciousness energy, like Jesus on the cross, on the cross. And it's interesting. The other day I was reading somewhere that they were saying like originally in the scriptures they said that Christ was not just nailed to the cross. He was actually put in there like this, hanged upside down. So I always see that big sacrifice whenever I look at the hangman too. So for some of you may be dealing with that. That's the current situation that you're dealing with, Scorpio. Okay, let's see what crosses and explains this message. Oh wow, this is number 6, victory. Major, not major arcana, just a major arcana, but this is like almost something that's assured because I say major arcana here. This is 6 of Wands, Leo energy. I believe this is Jupiter in Leo, and you know we know Jupiter is all about expansion. Okay, so this is about like victory. If there's one word to describe that card, it's literally like it's basically victory and coming back home after a long fought battle to the accolades of others. It doesn't show in this card. In this card, we actually can see the full face of that warrior coming back, of that person. Usually we see the card is more focused on the people and the whole community that's come to cheer them on. Well, job well done, because that victory is not just for himself, it's also for the whole community. Right now we're safe now. Thank you for saving our honor. Thank you for providing us security. Like thank you for fighting for us, for our principles or whatnot. Okay, so whatever it is that you've been waiting on, whatever it is that shift of perspective was, whatever it is, that sacrifice that you are making, you're gonna be victorious at the end, Scorpio. Okay, and a slip of the tongue during a reading while doing energy work is never just a slip of the tongue. I said major arcana, and the major arcana is usually the energies that we cannot control ourselves, energy of the universe, of God. So that's what telling me is that victory is almost like assured for some of you. Okay, and here we have at the foundation, oh wow, healing, your wish coming true, whatever it is that you wanted, wish upon a star, here it is, it's yours. Card of Aquarius. And for some of you, if you're dealing with Aquarius, that's at the very foundation of this situation for you. So far we have Aquarius, we have Pisces with the hangman, and we have a Leo. But here, this is also a major arcana, things you cannot control. This is a system of destiny and also healing. Okay, if healing was needed in a situation, the spirit is gonna come to provide that healing, to bring you that sense of luck, to put you in your rightful path. Okay, that there's a lot of stars here, but there's one that shines brighter, that's right above you, above the head here of that feminine figure, in the nude, vulnerable, willing to start over. Like it's almost like a baptism by the stars. That if you can think that like this is your North Star, like following your North Star, your true purpose, your soul purpose in this existence. At the foundation of this story, whatever sacrifice that you made, you felt like you're following your soul purpose, and that's why that victory is assured. That was your destiny. Best thing that could happen. Take charge. Queen of Swords. Take charge of the situation. Being decisive about it all. Okay? Being smart about it all. Not being afraid to make a decision about it. Where are we gonna go? What are we doing? Who are we taking with us? Who don't belong? Who gotta go? Who's staying? That's the best thing that could happen for you, Scorpio. And also to communicate your truth. You see, I start to choke up here. All of a sudden, throat chakra is closing out for you to express yourself. Okay, if there's a situation you've been dealing with, you feel like you were mincing words, you feel like you could not make the right decision, to not hurt feelings, Spirit is calling on you to know that this is you are on the right path. To not be afraid to make the decision, to not be afraid to take shots, to not be afraid to even like perhaps give orders to other people, so they know like you're in control now, so they know what's important in the order of things. In the recent past, conflict, 5 of Swords energy, yes, there was conflict. There are other people like fighting each other, fighting perhaps even ideas, different way of seeing a situation. Which way are we going to go? How are we going to do this? Because here, these people just dropped their swords and make a cross of it and just left. And he's sitting there with holding 3 swords. And we know the 3 of Swords is the card of sorrow and pain and heartbreak. Right? Hold on to that. It's almost like when those people gave up and surrendered and just walked away, that all that was left, because it's such an empty victory, was just pain and heartbreak. Right? If it was you, Scorpio, that left a situation that was a lot of like bickering and infighting, and you were like, why am I doing this again? This is not worth it. Once you decide to walk away, that these people, all they left in was just like holding on those 3 of Swords of pain, right? As we can see here, this is sitting like this. Your back is turned to this, like or the back of these people, they turned away from this war reading. That's the past, and that's in the recent past position. That conflict, wherever it is it came from, it was nothing good. Nothing good came out of it either. If there was a victor, perhaps it's the people that walked away. Or that the people that were doing it not just for aggravation, the people that fought the battle based on their own principles. Because when you're fighting based on principles, I guess it's easier to make those decisions, those hard decisions at the end. Near future, 10 of Swords, brutal ending, Gemini energy. Something needed to end, and something will end, because you're taking charge. You're going to use that sword to cut things out, people out, whatever it is that no longer work. This is Sun and Gemini energy. Look at the way the dark sky is filled with stars, because it's supposed to be. The stars are aligned for this. It's not a major arcana, but it's almost like all the events in the past were leading to this. Something needed to end. In victory, in changing perspective, in taking charge, in the healing process, and you being in alignment with what's important to you, you cannot take everything and everyone with you. Some people will have to stay behind. And for some of you, some of the endings are not going to be pretty. There's blood here. It's bloody. Someone's going to feel it. Some of you, I don't feel like it's you who's going to be stabbed in the back. I feel like some people may feel like that, like they're being stabbed in the back. They were stabbed in the back, because once you start making your decision, you start taking charge, you're going to be so swift with it, it's like they may not see it coming. Because victory, you have victory here in the center of this reading. It's about change of perspective and victory. And you're surrounded by swords. Swords are all about intellect, communication, self-expression, right? The mind, logic. And at the foundation, you're following at the bottom of this whole story, you're following your North Star. Their destiny. That's what you're supposed to do. Your wishes, when you prayed, you manifested, Spirit, I want a life of abundance. I want a life where I can live comfortable, where I can give, I can be of service with others, where I'm not bickering with people. I want peace and harmony. I just want love. In saying those prayers and asking from a full heart and a heart of faith, knowing that it's going to come true, and Spirit granting you those wishes, that means there are certain things that can no longer be. People that are like, you always butting heads with, they can no longer be. Jobs, positions that don't do it for you, that's sipping from your energy and you're not getting the rewards, they can no longer be. You playing passive can no longer be. If your dreams, your destiny, your wish fulfillment is dealing with you being someone in authority, someone who's happy, someone who has all the abundance in the world, something's gotta go. You, position, where are you right now? 7 of Wands. Courage, the card of courage. The card of standing ground. The cards are not being afraid to face the crowd. This is mano a manos. We see that one man standing holding that one wand, and we see all these other ones. These are people wanting to fight. And usually in, like, let's say in the Wider Ways, we'll see this man up a little hill, and then like those people are down below from him, and he's literally like about to jump into the crowd. Not being afraid to fight, not being afraid to speak the truth, not being able to take arms to fight for their principles, to stand their ground. That's you. This is the you position. This is where you are right now. You being absolutely clear-minded. You understand something here. While we're shuffling, one of the information, one of the things that came through wasn't just about you coming and needing rest. For some of you, needing a moment to just like really rest, but also to find your mental stability. And part of that resting, part of you going into a sense of meditation, also the Four of Swords, it's also because you're supposed to be, there's some messages, there's some information that you're supposed to be receiving, and you need to be clear-minded. You need to be of sound mind, to really see things clearly, to really receive that information and make use of it. We saw that Four of Swords came through, and the next card that came through, it was the Ace of Swords with the Strength card. The clarity that's going to come through, and the Spirit lending you strength. The Strength card is a major arcana version of this card. It's Spirit giving you strength. Also Leo energy, the Strength card. But Spirit giving you strength. To overcome no matter what that situation is, that information, that clarity, that cutting away, that ending, that thing that's going to get cut away. Spirit telling you, you're going to need to be strong, and we're going to be there with you. And here you are, being strong, being courageous. And let's not forget, we also have the Sun card came out for you. That's clarity, that's enlightenment. External factors. 9 of Pentacles. This is about material abundance, okay? This is about someone who's worked hard and now we can sit down and enjoy the fruit of their labor in the comfort of their home, surrounded by beautiful things, by opulence, by luxury, and feeling very at ease with it all. Not cocky, not wanting to show off, just being. External factors. This is not you. This may be someone in your surrounding with that energy. Perhaps that person's gonna bring more of that to you, or perhaps you yourself is looking at that and perhaps that's what you would like to emulate, you want for yourself. But this is a factor in changing your perspective, perhaps about what's important to you and your sense of victory. That's affecting you getting this. Okay? Wanting financial independence. There's usually only one person on this card. And they've made it. They're good. They're golden. In regards to money and finances and resources and their investment. Your hopes and fears. 7 of Cups. Confusion. Illusion. Some of you, If you're facing different paths, different options, different possibilities, you may also be all in your feelings, not knowing which way to go. You may feel like, what if I make the wrong choice? That may be a fear of you, like not knowing which options to take, not being a little bit afraid that you're not making the right decisions for yourself. Especially in regards to your abundance, because this is Venus energy, Venus in Scorpio energy, to be precise. And some of you, you are afraid to allow that transformation to take place. You're afraid of the success, of the abundance that you can have. You want the victory, you want it. You perhaps see other people around you that have it, that have made it, or those people around you, like there's always going to be winners and losers, right? If these are external factors, the abundance, the opulence, like, and it's someone that is in your environment that is enjoying that, and you looking at it going like, why can't I have that? I should be able to make that. That's what I want. And you're trying to create that in your world, but at the same time, you could fear it. You could fear that abundance. That you could fear, like, and look at this golden cups. I mean, I guess they're more like browns. Like, they have everything in it. It's like, what if I accept that cup? What if I go for this? And it's just like, it's just a mask. It's just a snake. Okay? This is Venus energy, but this is also Venus in Scorpio. In Scorpio, you know, it's all about transformation. Like, and also it rules some of our basic instincts, if you will, right? Like, perhaps some of the bad habits, your fears, perhaps like you can't overcome some of your bad habits. But I feel like, Scorpio, as always, don't dwell on that. Because what is yours is already yours. Spirit has already granted you your wish. That's the foundation of all of this. The first card that came out for you was the moon. Things that are in the shadow. You do not know everything yet. Things will be unfolding. Things will be revealed to you when it's necessary. Once you start opening up your mind, once you're ready to receive the information. That's why we had the moon. Things are in the shadow. Then we had the Four of Swords, telling you basically to find your mental stability, to find a moment to meditate, to rest. Then we have the sun. Then the enlightenment will come through. Then the clarity will come through. Then the healing process can start. Because what is yours is already yours. Your wish has already been granted. That's the foundation of this whole story. But there are things that needs to unfold to get to that. So when you go into those little bumpy parts, remember the sun is shining on you. Remember that your wish is granted. Remember, you are following. Spirit is guiding you towards your North Star. Okay? This is the outcome. Whoa. Judgment. Major arcana. Major energy here. Pluto energy. Disruption. This is like a come to Jesus moment, okay, Scorpio, for some of you. And they're asking you to take charge, to make some decisions here about the path that you want to take, what you want in your life, what you don't want in your life, to understand that you have some control in your life, to be clear and to express yourself about what's important to you. And Spirit is telling you that's the best thing that could happen. You taking charge. You do the work. And if you don't, and quite a bit of you will not find the courage, even though you're showing courage here, or may not have enough strength or enough time to do it, to change your picture, to change your perspective, to change things around. Spirit is going to do it. Judgment is about literally the trumpet blowing. It's time to come to God. It's time for you to atone for your sins. It's time for you to make amends for your, for your bad deeds. and to also receive the rewards. For those of you that followed through, that followed your North Star, that followed your soul purpose, who did the work. This is a spiritual message, Scorpio. And the more mundane word, we could very well say you're about to get victory in a situation where there was confusion, there was conflict, okay? Because spirit was on your side. Because at the foundation that you are following your heart, you are following your North Star, you are following your truth. You will be victorious about it, even when, like, even though in the near future it's going to require some pain for you. Perhaps one of you, you may have to break somebody's heart, or even if it sounds like you brought breaking somebody's heart, something need to end. You're gonna have to take charge about. You're gonna have to take charge in a situation where it's gonna require an ending. Okay. But that is part of the path at the same time. And yes, you're going to need strength. Yes, you're going to have to be courageous about it. But at the end of the day, do not allow confusion, or do not allow other people's lifestyles, other people what they have, or other people, or the whole idea of luxury, or you could have this, like, the bright and shiny objects to distract you from your soul purpose. Because at the end of the day, you answer to yourself, but also to God. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for you, Scorpio. The Seven of Swords. This Five of Swords here, this is the Five of Swords. That's what's being taken away. This whole journey here, it's about overcoming this. I'm feeling something. My index finger. This whole journey is about this being taken away. This Five of Cups, that conflict from the past, from the recent past, moving away, where there was lies and deceit and betrayal and people sneaking behind you, being taken away. That ending, putting an end to that. Whichever area in your life this is happening, whether it's relationship, it's a career, it's family, it's friends, it's whatever area in your life. Okay, we look at this retreat. I believe it was Libra that also had this card at the bottom of the deck. But it's not just you, it's two people moving here. It's time to disconnect from the world. It's time to retreat. By the way, you have two retreat cards. You have the Four of swords I keep referring to while we're shuffling. It's about retreating, removing your energy, okay? To take a moment for yourself to reconnect, especially when it comes to your mind. And here we have separation. That's the card that came out for you, Scorpio. There is an ending happening for some of you. I know this is not going to resonate with everybody, but there is an ending happening. And for some of you, it's also because the outcome is reconciliation, excuse me, there is also that ending already, that separation already took place. Okay, that separation already took place. Now it's that because the Judgment card is reconciliation, whether it's reconciliation within yourself, reconciliation with God, like in Judgment Day, or reconciliation with another person from your past life. Because this is in the near future, the ending here, the Ten of Swords, is in the near future, putting an end to something. I truly feel like for a lot of you, that Judgment is not about reconciliation. That separation is about to happen, because this is the near future, and this separation is the near future. I feel like the reconciliation here, if you're with someone currently and you've been bickering, things have not been going right, there may be a separation and ending. And some of you may be going towards someone that you perhaps known from the past, because the Judgment, they're literally rising from the dead, like someone from a past life, someone from a long distant past, like childhood past, I mean by that. But there is a chance for a separation, and there is a chance for a reconciliation, but that reconciliation is not with the same person, okay? That reconciliation is not with the same person that you're going to put an end to, because there was conflict. There is a sense of deceit and betrayal here. Like, it's very strong. We have five of swords of conflict. We have seven of swords of thieving, lying, cheating. And then we have the 10 of swords of betrayal. And all it's going to require is you getting that information with that Ace of Swords, and Spirit giving you strength, and you with courage, you're going to be able to make that decision. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. No, it's not going to resonate to apply to all of you, but for those of you that it does, I hope this brings you some insight into the situation. Okay, and please do not don't, I'm sorry, I'm just a messenger. I relay the message the way they come. I don't even edit these messages, this reading, so I cannot curtail it to make it all cheesy and woozy. And if it doesn't, if it sounds like what is this, and it upsets you, it probably means it's not for you. So kind of like just move along, right? And oh, we have the council at the bottom. This is you calling into your number 11 confirmation for me. This is you calling into basically your ancestors, your angels, to surround you, to bring you strength. That's what I always get with the council. And so for Scorpio, you are the only one that have two that have two cards of the mystical shamans coming off. We have Earth and we have the Owl. And the Owl was on top, but I'll read both for you, okay? Because this was a tough reading, and I feel like, and at the bottom of the deck here, the council, it says, the council has a message for you. Listen with your inner senses. The handwriting is already on the wall, so look about you and you will discern its meaning. Do not wait for further signs. Embark on the journey to love deeply, forgive sincerely, and dare greatly. Take the leap without requiring life to assure you of success. But success is almost guaranteed here. But Spirit is telling you that the writing is already on the wall, to listen with your inner senses. So when you take that moment of rest, when you take that retreat, when you take that moment to meditate, to really listen, those messages that are going to come through you, Scorpio, a lot of you, it's really going to come through your intuitive, to your intuition. Okay? They're going to be like downloads, like Spirit literally like talking to you, to your dream space. There is something here that I feel like needs to be exposed. There is something that's been laying in the shadow that needs to be exposed. When I was shuffling, I told some of you it may have to do with your health, and an issue, an underlying issue that's been there, that's been causing trouble and conflict into your life that you've been ignoring. And this card is also the card of healing, okay? The Stars card is the ultimate card of healing. And yes, for some of you, this is still the case. But also, for some of you, if it's regards to relationships, because we have so many people here, especially with that Five of Swords, the same applies, okay? I'm going to look at the Earth for you. This is you being grounded within yourself, okay? This is you understanding like you are connected, that we're all connected. Let me read a little bit of the Earth for you. Number 17. It says, when the Earth symbol appears, it represents a need to focus on reverence and appreciation for the natural gift that you are coming to you now and always. The concrete world you inhabit is there by the grace of Spirit, and you are part of it. Much can be accomplished now when you focus on compassionate, reverent service to the world. If you act with integrity, gratitude, humility, you will find yourself more prosperous than you can imagine. Success is assured when the Earth appears as an invitation. How many times have I said that in this reading? Success is assured. I'm telling you, Scorpio, yes, you may have to make some tough decision here, but believe me, it's going to be for the best and your highest good. And also for everyone else, for that matter. Here we have the Owl. That's your actual card, Scorpio. The other ones were background. That's the card that was on the very top of your message. Number 39. Look around you. Notice every detail and find the hidden messages brought to you by Owl. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember that the facets you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. Okay? I feel like there's nothing else to add to this, Scorpio. I feel like that's it. That spirit is really talking to you. There's messages coming through you. Pay attention to every detail, to the hidden messages. And when those messages come through, do not shoot the messenger. Understand that the truth is your compass, your North Star. That's the direction you want to go towards. Okay? This is your reading, Scorpio. And, wow. Okay. I feel like I need to take a moment to meditate just on this message, really. Like, and I'm sending you guys so much loving, healing energy during this time. And please take your time with it, and don't be too hard on yourself. Just take it, process it, pray on it, meditate on it, okay? And I'll see you next week. And if you need further clarity, please contact me. I do offer personal reading. My information is in the description box. And remember, love is the only answer. I'll see you next week, Scorpio. Thank you so much.